friends, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and if you're new, hi, my name is Anna, and today I'm doing my current makeup routine. So if you're interested in what products I use every day, then just keep watching. I've already done my skin prep. I did my serums, my moisturizers, eye cream, all that, and it's been sitting on my face for quite a while. I had to run to the grocery store, so I am gonna go in with a primer. Now, I usually like glowy primers, but when my face is more broken out, like it is now, I like a more like pore filling primer. So I'm actually using a Mary Kay primer today. I have some left over from doing bridal and doing Mary Kay, so this is just what I use for now. So I'm gonna go in with a CC cream. I use Mary Kay just because that's what I have right now, and I don't want to go get more when I have this to use up. And so I just go in with my CC cream and blend that all around. I use 4 different colors in concealer. One is technically an under eye corrector because gotta, neutralize those dark circles. So I'm gonna do that first. This is red toned, and so that neutralizes the under eye circles because green and red are across from each other on the color wheel. So if you have dark circles, find a product that has a red undertone. Then I go in with Deep Ivory, and this is like a medium shade for me. This is where I kind of highlight and cover like the center of my face, but I don't want to highlight here, but I still want to cover up those pimples. So I'm going to go in with light beige, which is 1 shade darker than that ivory color, and cover those. But I don't want it to be bright over here because that is not the center of my face. So I just go in and kind of put that wherever I need it. And then I use the brightest shade for under my eyes along with the under eye corrector. So this is light ivory. This is 1 shade lighter than that first color I put on. And so as you can see, I have a lot of brightness under here, right under my eyes where I want it. And then I have that medium shade in the center of my face to kind of brighten but also conceal. And then I have that darker shade concealing the outer parts of my face. So I'm almost contouring but concealing all in one. And so I'm gonna go in and blend the under eye first. I don't really like that to set too much just because I have a lot of lines under my eyes. So I go in with this e.l.f. brush. I love this brush. It's a 2-in-1. It's the Complexion Duo. And I just kind of blend that out over my eyelid just to get like a good base on there. And then I stipple it or press it into the under eye area. And so you can see how much brighter my under eyes look with using that really light concealer. And I like to stipple it just because then it's not moving around that CC cream too much. Because if I'm blending that, then it's just gonna move all the product around. And also, I totally forgot, but I like to put some Aquaphor on my lips to sit there. I have the driest lips in the winter, so Aquaphor is a must-have for me. Now I'm gonna go on to the other things. So if you have lots of time, you can do all the stippling with this little tiny brush, but I usually am in a rush, so I'm just using my foundation brush, which is what I used for the CC cream, and I just blend out the light color first, and I'm stippling again instead of moving it around because we really want to conceal that. I really want to conceal those blemishes, so I find that the more I stipple, the more product stays exactly where I want it to, right on top of those blemishes. And then I move on to the darker concealer, and I'm just pressing that in. Now you could use a beauty blender or a sponge or whatever you want to use. I just prefer brushes. Now here is where I kind of decide, do I want more coverage or am I good with this? So if I was good with this, I would move on to the next step. However, sometimes I will put a little bit more CC cream on. Now this is if you want really full coverage, and go back in and stipple over top of the concealer. Because I just put a very light layer of this CC cream on before. And if you get the right shades of concealer, it shouldn't be a problem. But sometimes if the concealer isn't looking blended, or maybe I'm too light and bright in the center, then I'll just go in with the CC cream. It's also just an extra layer of coverage. When I'm breaking out, I usually do that. And you can see I just look like super flawless. But we're not done. So this is where I sometimes also decide, do I want a more glam or do I want a more natural look? So if I wanted natural, I would just go in with powder and skip these liquid products. But I am feeling it today, so I'm gonna do some contouring and some liquid blush. And then right now I'm just using that other side of the Complexion Duo brush for this contour. This is the Kat Von D liquid contour, and I absolutely love it. It's medium cool. And so for your contour color, you want a cool color because that is what you are making like the shadows of your face with. Bronzing, you want a warm color because that's like a sun-kissed bronzy glow. But you can stipple and kind of blend this. I kind of go back and forth because I don't want to move that foundation and concealer, but I also want it to blend nicely. So I kind of go back and forth with stippling and blending. But you want to make sure you're blending this up. We do not want the shadow of our cheekbones to be down here because then it won't lift our face. So you can see how that already gave me like a very dimensional, or it gave me depth to my face, right? So then also I have to conceal that double chin or just get that snatched jawline. And so I put it like that in my jaw area, and I usually do blend this out like this. And then I take it down my neck. Oh, I just broke my brush. Okay. Nice. At least I'm almost done with this step. Okay, so we have a nice shadow going on there, and I'm done with the contouring. Now for liquid blush, I just have this Maybelline Cheek Heat. I still haven't used it all up. I don't use liquid blush a ton. However, I do love how long it lasts if you use a liquid blush and then a powder blush over top. So I just put a little bit of this, and this is in the color Rose Flush, and I'm still using the same brush that I used to contour. I am very simple when it comes to brushes, and so I just put a little on my nose, a little on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and then I just honestly kind of stipple it all over to give a very cohesive look. Like that. So then, since I'm going in the cream product direction, I'm just gonna add this Mary Kay liquid highlighter, and I love this stuff. I'm still gonna use the same brush just to stipple it in yet again. How many times can I say stipple? Push it into that skin. Like, I'm glowing. I love it. And I didn't even use a glowy primer, so imagine if I had used my Milani Glowy Dewy Primer with this. I'd be so glowy. Okay, next up, we are going to powder the face. I find that if I just go in with blush or bronzer, it makes it look muddy because it sticks to the liquid products. And so if I go in with a translucent powder first, it creates a great transition. And I don't need very much. It's just to set everything in place. So don't need a lot at all. And I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent loose powder, the talc-free formula. It's new and I actually really like it. Okay, and then I actually take this Amazon powder puff. These are really nice. They make like a flawless finish under your eyes. So I'm gonna just do that. Like, look how airbrushed I look. And yes, I know I look really white around my eye, and we will fix that with the powder blush. Because right now, like, that cream blush doesn't really, like, blend up into my under eyes very well, but I do that with my powder blush. And I'm just kind of pressing everything in. So now for the powder products for my face, I take my powder brush, the all over powder brush I just used, and I get some of this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I just bronze the outsides of my face, like exactly where I contoured, a little bit on my nose. And this is just gonna make me look sun-kissed. Gotta get the neck, because I'm not tan right now. So we have to fake it, right? I really do need to self-tan soon. Especially because I'm going to Vegas soon, so I need to look tan and beautiful for that. Then I'm taking a Mary Kay blush in, it's called Shy Blush, and it has a gold flecks in it. It's so pretty. And I'm going to go right over top of that cream blush, and I'm really gonna focus it under my eye and on my temple. And then a little bit on my nose, forehead, and chin. And then I'm gonna use a powder highlighter. This is Mary Kay also. I really wanna try the Rihanna's Diamond Glow highlighter, like so badly. A little on my nose and a little bit above my brow bone and my Cupid's bow. Oh, I totally forgot. So I put contour under my lip right here. And I forgot today. And then I use this, this is Real Techniques, and it's number 438. And this is the like duo one, and so I love this little brush for right under here. And it gives such a nice shadow for your lips. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go in and set that, since I didn't set that before. Let's move on to brows, because these brows are looking crazy. So I use the NYX, usually I use the NYX brow pencil, like the famous one, in I think brunette. Well, I ran out, and so I went to my bridal bags. And for those of you who don't know, I had an on-site bridal styling business, and last year was my 2022 was my last year of that. And so I had all this like leftover makeup, and I used to be a Mary Kay consultant, so I used a lot of Mary Kay products. And so this is the Mary Kay one. I like the the NYX one a lot. I mean, they're very comparable. I also do like the Benefit one, but why spend like $25 if you can just get the NYX one? Okay, one eyebrow done. Sometimes I honestly have to finish the rest of my makeup, go look in a different mirror, and see how my brows look. I'm not even kidding, because it's like you stare at them for so long and try to get them perfect. Okay, so I might revisit the brows, but I always have to give it a second, and then even sometimes I go in the bathroom and I stand back and I'm like, okay, I think my brows look good. Or if you take a picture, you can really tell if like one area needs to be filled in a little bit more. So then at this point, I always feel like I just need to set it to make sure nothing moves. So I'm going in with the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh 8-hour finishing spray, primer spray, whatever. I don't know. I don't really think I like this primer, honestly. It's okay, but if you're gonna go out for a night, like definitely don't use this. This is okay for everyday use, but I definitely like the Milani Make It Last setting spray the best for drugstore anyway. I douse myself in this. And like my husband always makes fun of me. He's like, why do you have to do that face? I'm like, I'm not making a face. I'm just getting it even, right? Like, okay. I need to get one of those fans. So now I'm going to go in with my bronzer right in my crease. So on most days, even like nights, I really don't love a lot of eyeshadow. I just go in with my bronzer and just messily put it on in my crease. And I feel like it just adds enough depth for me and dimension that I don't really care about using anything else. Like obviously if it's a full glam night in Vegas, I'm not gonna do this, but for every day or even going out like here in Bay City, it's fine. Especially if you're gonna have a lip moment, like neutral eyes it is. Now sometimes I do go in with a little highlighter, so I'll take my all over eyeshadow brush and just put a little bit of highlighter under my brow bone and on my inner corners, just like that. Okay, so then I just go in with my brown eyeliner. I only go like a little less than halfway across my bottom eyelid, or whatever you want to call that. It's not an eyelid, but my under eye, and then I go all the way across on my eyelid. I love brown eyeliner because it's not as harsh as black. Even for me, like on a full glam, I tend to go more for the brown eyeliner. I'm just obsessed. All right, and then of course, a necessity, absolute necessity, is curling your eyelashes. So now I'm using the Maybelline Colossal mascara in Classic Black, and I love this mascara. Like honestly, love it. It doesn't transfer, and it's the best drugstore mascara I've found. Now, I never in my entire life thought I would stop putting mascara on my bottom lashes because I have long lashes, and so I always wanted to, you know, like work with what you have, right? Well, I always got transferring on, because they're so long, they hit right here all the time. Like just no matter what mascara I tried, it would just transfer. This one was the best one for not transferring, but it still did a little bit. And I also felt like it was bringing my eyes down, because if you think about it, you're not supposed to take your eyeliner all the way in because it's a known, like it's a proven fact that that closes off your eyes and makes them look smaller. And I'm like, okay, my mascara is doing that. Like it's bringing down my eyes because they were so like dark and black. And so now I just focus on the top and I don't even worry about the bottom. And then I don't have to worry about that transferring. So it's like a win-win. And then, you know, you gotta like re-spray, of course. And I always recommend like going into a bathroom and standing back and looking at yourself, because honestly, like no one's gonna be this close to you. And a lot of us do our makeup like, and we're looking so close and everything. But if you go into a bathroom, it might change your whole perspective and you'll feel snatched and ready and beautiful. I will link all these makeup products below for you. I won't link the Mary Kay ones just because that's like that's an independent direct sales thing. So I will link, like if for example, the NYX eyebrow pencil, I love that. It's so comparable and that's what I prefer. So I'll link that instead of like this Mary Kay one. So now I'm just gonna put some of the NYX This Is Milky Gloss on. I don't usually do lipstick for just like everyday wear. Sometimes if I'm filming, I mean, it looks so much better if you do lipstick, I feel like. I don't know why I don't do it every day, but I think part of it is my lips are usually so dry, and so I love a gloss because they just feel more moisturizing. This is in the color Moody Peach, and I love the milky glosses. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my final finished look, an everyday sort of glam, but sort of natural, full coverage. It's very you can change it however you want. Maybe you don't want to do the liquid products, maybe you don't want to do 2 layers of CC cream, but if you have blemishes or you have, hormonal acne, it's a great way to cover everything up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below what your favorite products are. I would love to test them out and try them out and maybe do like a first impressions video or something. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!